Dr. Dana Sinclair, this is right up your alley, this part of the conversation when talking about character. And you worked for a number of professional teams, NHL teams, and so we define players sometimes as a red flag, as a do not draft player. What does that look like, a red flag player? And is there a path back for someone that maybe is categorized as someone who would be a red flag?
Okay, I am going to answer, well, path back, no. In my view, no.
Okay.
Toxic, don't draft, but I'll just back up a bit and let everybody know kind of what I do, because it's kind of under the radar in my zone. So as a performance psychologist, I am mostly trying to help players learn how to manage their emotions under pressure, right? Fewer errors, better results. In terms of draft, what I'm doing is helping teams predict how a player's talent will likely unfold over time. And we all know that talent doesn't ensure success. Talent isn't going to derail your performance. It's a distracted mindset that does. So it's very important to get the behavioral side, the behavioral talent of the player as well. So I'm looking at how focused, how much they can listen, how disciplined, how immature, how impulsive, how aggressive, all these types of things. But it boils down to me having to put people in a category. So there's sort of 5 buckets that I have to put people in, because I can't go to a GM and say, well, he could be okay. I have to actually make a decision in terms of the likelihood of how easy this person is going to be to develop or not. So, from outstanding to superior to unremarkable, then we get into the flags and the red flags. Flags, they need some supervision and some help to develop. They might take a little bit longer, but worthwhile to do. But when they hit the red flag category, for me, it's a big problem, because those people are very difficult to change and to help. So I always say, do not draft. And if you're going to, because people will occasionally, have an exit plan. Know how to terminate this player without too much damage to your organization, financially or culturally.
Aside from the exit plan, and let's go into just the flag bucket, not the red flag bucket. When we're looking at a situation of a player has been placed in that bucket, how important is it then that if the team goes ahead to draft that player, that there is a path in place to really helping that player? Is that something that organizations you've worked with have set forth a path forward?
Yes.
Or do they just say, hey, we'll draft the guy and figure it out later?
No, they usually put a plan in place, or people to help, or, see, flag is different than a red flag. Flag just might need some help. So in terms of the psychological part of it, they just need to learn how to, I guess, know what distracts them, know what derails them, what gets in the way, psychologically or emotionally, or, well, yes, psychologically, emotionally, and then what's the path around it? So what do they need to do emotionally in terms of a plan to be able to get by it?